Hi guys, in this video we will look at making a decision analysis using a data about a family who's trying to purchase a new home and they'd like to finance $150,000. They have three different mortgage options and we will see how to use different strategies in decision making in a scenario where we don't have the outcome probabilities of different scenarios just to be able to make the best decision. Okay, so let's look at the scenario. Uh, so the scenario is like this. Suppose a family is considering purchasing a new home and would like to finance $150,000. Three mortgage options are available: a one-year adjusted rate mortgage at a low interest rate, a three-year adjusted rate mortgage at a slightly higher rate, and a 30-year fixed mortgage at the highest rate. However, both the one-year and three-year adjusted rate mortgages are sensitive to interest rate changes, and the rates may change, resulting in either higher or lower interest charges. Now, if we look at the payoff table, we can see that um, if um, if we if the family decides to go ahead with the one-year adjusted rate mortgage, and if the rates rise, then the total amount of interest they're going to pay in 5 years is going to be 61,134. If the rate is stable, they're going to be paying 46,443. However, if the rates fall, if the interest rates fall, they're going to pay less than their stable rate. That is, they're going to pay $40,161. Now, if that family decides to go ahead with a three-year adjusted rate mortgage, then if the rates rise, they're going to pay $56,901 in interest charges over 5 years. And if the rates stay stable, they're going to pay $51,075. If the rates fall, they're going to pay $46,721. If they choose the 30-year fixed adjusted rate mortgage, and if the rates, regardless of the rates rising, rates being stable, or rates falling, they're going to be paying $54,658. Now, because this is an interest rate, in this case, we are interested in minimizing the total interest rate, minimizing the total interest the family is going to pay. So we are going to consider decision strategies with a payoff to minimize, with the payoff minimizing objective. We want to minimize our payoff. Now let's look at three different decision strategies with the minimizing objective, with payoff minimizing objective. So the first one is a aggressive optimistic strategy. In this strategy, we choose the best outcome for each decision, and then we choose the minimum of those outcomes. Suppose for the one-year adjusted rate mortgage, we can see that the best outcome is going to be $40,161. Remember, we want to minimize the total interest paid. So the highest amount of interest we're going to pay for that decision for 1 year adjusted rate mortgage is going to be 61,134. The lowest in the best case scenario is going to be 40,161. For the 3 year adjusted rate mortgage, the best case scenario is going to be when the rates fall and we pay 46,721. And for the 30-year fixed adjusted rate mortgage, it's going to be 54,658, regardless of if the rates rise or rates stay stable or rates fall. So in this case, if we're using aggressive optimistic strategy, we are going to take the highest risk and look at the best possible scenario. So the best possible scenario is we is paying $40,161 in interest charges over 5 years. So that will be our best possible outcome. And we are going to make that decision if we're choosing the aggressive optimistic strategy. Now let's look at conservative pessimistic strategy. This strategy is actually the opposite of aggressive optimistic strategy. Here, we want to minimize our risk. So what we're going to do is we are going to choose the worst case scenario in every single option, in every single choice that we have. For example, in the 1 year adjusted rate mortgage, the worst case scenario is if the rates rise and we pay $61,134 in interest charges. And for the 3 year adjusted rate mortgage, if the rates rise, we'll pay $56,901. That's the worst payoff. And if we choose the 30-year fixed adjusted rate mortgage, then we paid a maximum of $54,658. So having chosen that, we are choosing the worst case scenario. And in order to minimize it, we are going to choose the lowest of the worst payoffs. So here, the lowest of the worst payoffs is going to be $54,658. So if we are using the conservative pessimistic strategy, we want to make sure that we are minimizing our risk. So we want to see the worst case scenario. We want to consider the worst case scenario and choose the minimum of these worst case scenarios. So in this case, we're going to choose the 30-year fixed adjusted rate mortgage. Now, if you're looking at opportunity loss strategy, in this case, we are going to see what is the maximum amount we will pay for each decision. So for example, if we choose the 1 year adjusted rate mortgage, uh, if the rates rise, then the minimum is going to be 30-year fixed term. That's the minimum we're going to pay if the rates rise. And the maximum is going to be 1 year adjusted rate mortgage. So what we're going to do is we are going to see if the rates rise, what is the uh, maximum amount that maximum difference we have to pay in terms of the three decisions. So if you're choosing so the minimum is 30-year fixed, so that's 54,000. So for the 1 year ARM, the maximum opportunity loss for if the rate is rising is going to be $61,134 minus the $54,658. That gives us 6,476. For the 3 year adjusted rate mortgage, it's going to be 56,901 minus the minimum of the rates rise. So that's going to be 54,658. Following this way, we see that the maximum opportunity loss, if we choose the 1 year adjusted rate mortgage, is going to be 6,176. If we choose the 3 year adjusted rate mortgage, that's going to be $6,560. If we choose the 30-year fixed uh, adjusted rate mortgage, it's going to be 14,497. So in this case, we want to choose the minimum of all the maximum opportunity loss. So that in the worst case scenario, we pay the lowest amount of difference. So if we're choosing the opportunity loss strategy, we are going to choose the first option, that is 1 year adjusted rate mortgage. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.